Today, welcome to Miss Kramer's class. We are reading Shark Lady. We are very inspired by this wonderful book written by Jess Keating and illustrated by Marta Alvarez Miguens. And it's the true story of how Eugene Clark became an ocean's most fearless scientist. And this is also given in the treasure box by the Guy Harvey Foundation. So teachers can get certified as a conservation teacher and create awesome scientific and interdisciplinary plans for art or science. We also created these beautiful original paintings with our second graders. This is by Katie H. from Miss Alvarez class. Give her a big round of applause. And she did shark, she did tiger shark, and she did a regular shark, and she did half tiger and half regular as well. And this is another picture from Miss Alvarez class as well. And this is by Aliana. Give a big round of applause. And also, she also drew this awesome little anglerfish with the light, the bioluminescence that anglerfish uses. Our football fish also uses that. And we've been studying about marine biology, and we will make our own sharks also today. But first thing, we're gonna read a story about the shark lady, and it's a wonderful, wonderful story, and I will read it to you. So let's get started. Also by the Guy Harvey Foundation, we got this Shark Explorer guide, and has eight different sharks, and it talks about a black reef shark, blue shark, bullhead shark, great white shark, hammer shark, lemon shark, soul shark, has like a soul for the face, and whale shark. And as you open this book, and this was inside of the treasure box from the Guy Harvey Foundation. So register for training with the Guy Harvey Foundation because it was amazing. And as you open this book, again, the Shark Lady book, you will find all kinds of sharks in here as well. Open the book, we see amazing sharks. And as you can see, like our drawing, our beautiful student's drawing, she also drew tiger sharks, and they were looking like this, remember? And here we have a tiger shark as well. And you can see those awesome stripes for the tiger sharks. You can see the stripes right there. We also have different type of fish in this book. We've got the blue nose six gill shark. We also have the blue runner fish. We have winter flounder, black bass. We've got even types of shells, channeled whelk. We've got the great hammer shark. You see his hammer head. Great hammer shark. We've got a lemon shark, gag grouper, northern puffer. We got the striped bass, Atlantic mackerel. We've got also great white shark here. And you can see the sizes. This is the whale shark, how big it is compared. We've got the Atlantic cod. We got the long arm hermit crab. We got the look down saline wormer. Looks kind of like a butterfly fish or angel fish. We've got the cow nose ray. We've got the Atlantic croaker, summer flounder, serpent star, nurse shark. We are learning a lot about different fish. And now we're going to learn the story of the woman scientist, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about her here. Okay, so this is the story of a woman who dared to dive, defy, discover, and inspire. This is the story of the Shark Lady. Eugene Clark fell in love with sharks from the very first moment she saw them at the aquarium. She couldn't imagine anything more exciting than studying these graceful creatures. But Eugene quickly discovered that many people believe sharks to be ugly and scary, and they didn't think women would be scientists. Determined to prove them wrong, Eugene devoted her life to learning about sharks. After earning several college degrees and making countless discoveries, Eugene wrote herself into the history of science, earning the nickname Shark Lady. Through her accomplishments, she taught the world that sharks were to be admired rather than feared, and that women can do anything they can set their minds to. Includes a timeline of Eugene Clark's life, and many fantastic shark facts. Okay, so let's get started. Shark Lady, the true story of how Eugene Clark became an ocean fearless scientist. And this is how she looked like. And there's a dedication to my parents, encouraging a big as a whale, shark dreams, and to Kathleen for helping me reach them, JK, and to my Baobab friends, ma'am. It was Saturday, and Eugene wanted to stay at the aquarium forever. She wanted to smell the damp, salty air and stare at the glittery rainbow fish. She wanted to keep watching her favorite animals, the sharks. And here's a little Eugene. She's at an aquarium and she's really having a wonderful time. And on the next page, these illustrations are beautiful. And we have a little glare, so I'm just gonna try my best to show it to you. Okay. Eugene pretending she was walking on the bottom of the sea. What it would be like to swim with the sharks, to breathe underwater with gills of her own. She was pretending she could swim with the sharks and holding her breath. More than anything, she wanted to find out, and she pretended she's at the bottom of the sea, swimming with sharks and different kind of fish. When the summer came, Eugene's mother took her to swim at the Atlantic City. Stuffing sticky gum into her ears to keep the water out, Eugene dove down, down, down. She's diving here. Wow. The salt stung her eyes, but she didn't want to miss a single fish. Constellations of sea stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, speckled the pebbled sand. She imagined a silvery fin standing strong on her back, slicing through the ocean current. And we have seaweeds of all kinds, kelp and seaweed of all kinds, and these needle kind of fish, and all kinds of little tiny fish. To others, sharks were scary, but Eugene knew they were beautiful. As she glided through the cool water, she wished everyone could see sharks through her eyes. But the sharks were only in her mind for now. Eugene decided to learn everything she could about them. And beautiful underwater sea life right here. To other sharks, sharks were so ugly and scary. To others, sharks were ugly and scary. But Eugene knew they were beautiful. She glided through the cool water. She wished everyone could see sharks through her eyes. But the sharks were only in her mind for now. Eugene decided to learn everything she could about them. This almost looks like a sea urchin, but it could be a coral or just a seaweed. These kind of look like staghorn corals almost. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 starfish. And let's count all the fish on the page. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 fish, 20 hiding behind the seaweed. We've got 20 fish, maybe more if I didn't count them right. But we're gonna move on. And we have a tiger shark, a whale shark, and this one, let me see what it could be. See which one it could be. Looks like it could be the bullhead shark, maybe. Kind of similar shape. This time she dived into the books. Whale sharks, right here. Nurse sharks and tiger sharks. I guess it's a nurse shark. Or lemon sharks. Eugene wanted to know about them all. She also joined the Queens County Aquarium Society and was its youngest member, and she's studying all about sharks. Eugene's notebooks were filled with sharks. They swam in her daydreams on the margins of her pages. And we all like to go to library and pick up books and learn new things. We know how it is nice to study in a library. At home, Eugene's mother surprised her with an aquarium of her own. A 15-gallon tank was much too small for sharks, but Eugene saved her allowance to buy. She bought some guppies, clownfish, and coral red snails. It felt as big as an ocean in her room. Their small apartment became an aquarium, a laboratory, and a sanctuary. So, as you can see, she's got so many different types of fish. This one looks like a butterfly or angelfish. And we're gonna keep going. As she grew older, there were many still telling Eugene what to do. Forget those sharks. Be a secretary. Be a housewife. Eugene wanted to study zoology, but some of her professors thought women were not smart enough to be scientists or brave enough to explore oceans, and they said sharks were mindless monsters. Eugene knew better. Her dream was as big as whale shark. So again, Eugene dove, and this was in her class, and she was so determined. Mostly in her class were boys in science at that time. She plunged into every course she could. Her laboratory became her home. From sunrise to sunset, she studied how fish grow, how they behave, how they were put together, anatomy, both inside and out. Despite of all of the people who didn't believe in her, Eugene was becoming one of the smartest students in her field. Even after she earned her degree, many still doubted her. This one looks like he's doubting her. But Eugene's work was just the beginning. Eager to make discoveries of her own, Eugene finally dove into an open ocean. And here she's on a fishing boat. In the Red Sea, which is in Israel also, Eugene collected hundreds of fish, including 3 new species that had not been discovered before. She found the Red Sea sand diver, which looks like this, and the Latin name is Trichonatus nicky. The bared Xenia pipefish, that looks like this, and the Latin name is Siocunichki betuvii, and volcano triplephin, Helcogramma vulcana. Vulcana maybe lives in a volcanic kind of waters where volcanoes are making the water warm, um, and bubbles are coming out from there. On the research mission exploring the Palau Islands, Eugene was diving alone when she encountered her first ever wild shark. And that's how small she was compared to the shark. She wasn't afraid. Instead, she thought that it was beautiful. Good for her, she was not scared. In the Isla Mujeres, she dispelled the myth that sharks must keep moving to stay alive when she swam through the dark cave. Still and silent cave was there, and there were sharks seemingly sleeping, and it was full of resting sharks. So Eugene's daring heart grew bolder each with each dive. Soon they began to call her Shark Lady. Eugene had proven she was smart enough to be a scientist and brave enough to explore the ocean. And here it says, Danger, shark spotted in world news. And it looks like shark fin soup and a fisherman with a shark. As her courage grew, she began to love and understand her beloved sharks more and more. But she never forgot many still believed that sharks were mindless killers. Because of their scary reputations, humans were hunting sharks all over the world. Eugene knew that sharks weren't stupid or mean, and so they're making into shark soup many dishes and put them in cans for sale. She was determined to prove everyone wrong. Eugene fished through her mind and devised a brilliant experiment. Could she train a shark the way a person trains a dog? Were sharks much smarter than anyone knew? They were. Eugene was the scientist in the world to train sharks like this. And even they learned they could remember their training for at least 2 months after. So, for example, the shark had to press this red button if he wanted her to be fat with a fish. So she would train him to press that button and she would bring him fish. Oh, this is looking like a shellfish. Sharks were not mindless killers. Sharks were beautiful. Sharks were smart. They deserved to be studied, protected, and loved. And Eugene's dream was now a dream come true. So she's smiling and she's working with the sharks now at probably an aquarium like SeaWorld that we have here in Florida. Just like the scientist, Dr. Guy Harvey, who has a Guy Harvey Foundation where I got this book from the training for teachers. And here we're going to learn a little bit about shark bites. Dangerous monsters? No way. There are over 400 species of sharks, and all of these, only about a dozen are known to be dangerous to humans. And encounters are extremely rare. The truth is, despite their fearsome reputation, humans are much more dangerous to sharks than they are to us. Every year, humans kill more than 100 million sharks. It is important to treat sharks with respect, but there is no need to fear them. Sleep tight. Eugene once went in a cave full of peaceful resting sharks suspended in the water. They were really sleeping. Sharks breathe by using their gills to extract oxygen from water. Eugene noticed that the caves with sleeping sharks had more oxygen than usual. She believes that this extra oxygen would make it easier for the motionless sharks to breathe, so they didn't need to swim to pass water through their gills. Before confirming this discovery, most believed that shark had to keep on moving to stay alive. And here says no toothbrush here. Sharks have impressive teeth arranged in a row along their gums. These teeth are constantly being grown and moved forward in their mouth like a conveyor belt. Was Eugene afraid of sharks because of their shark teeth? No way. She was only bitten once in her life, and the encounter didn't happen underwater. Once on her way to school, visit with the mounted jaws of a tiger shark beside her in the car, Eugene had to stop quickly at the red light. As she reached across the seat, See, to stop the jaws from tumbling forward, the teeth jumped into her arm. Snaky skin. Sharks can move extremely fast in the water, and the secret to their speed is their skin. Shark skin is made up of dermal denticles, which are more like teeth than fish scales. Some scientists, designers have even created swimsuits that mimic shark skin to help Olympians swim faster in the water. Mermaid purses. Some sharks give birth to live young. Others, like the dogfish, produce unique egg sacs that sustain their young. These lateral sacs are known as mermaid purses, and they provide the young shark embryos with a safe place to grow. Sometimes it's possible to find a mermaid purse on a shore if you look carefully. Sharks are very, very old. The first shark appeared over 400 million years ago, and their descendants are still around today. They have survived five major extinction events, including 65 million years ago, that destroyed the dinosaurs. Life on top. Sharks are apex predators. This means they are at the very top of the food chain in the ocean. Because of this, they play an important role in keeping the food web and prey populations in balance. Without sharks, ocean ecosystems would collapse. And we studied in class about food webs. So there is another video about that. And this is the Clark timeline and all of the things that she succeeded in doing. We're gonna finish reading it at some other time, but it is a wonderful book about real book about Eugene's life, and I hope that you give it a try and get inspired by Eugene's life. And in our next lesson, click on our next video where we're gonna be actually painting these sharks next time in art class with Miss Kramer. I'll see you soon, and now is your turn.